So good morning students and welcome for the class. Okay. Now today we are going to begin with the second semester syllabus. And I hope everybody is aware of the second semester syllabus. The syllabus is the circulatory system, the nervous system and food production. These are the chapters which are coming in the second semester. Is that clear to you? Before we begin with the second semester syllabus, I would like to ask you, how was the exam? How did you exam? How was the exam? Was the paper very difficult? Paper was okay. Everybody has done the exam well? Adrika Mishra, you are upset or what? Adrika Mishra, are you upset? Your hand is on your head and you are looking very dull. My voice is reaching to you people. Everybody can hear me? All of you can hear me? Okay, fine. So now let us begin with our second semester syllabus, and the first chapter which is there, it is the circulatory system. Now when we talk about the circulatory system, let me ask you a few questions. What do you mean by circulatory system? What do you understand by circulatory system? Yes, Akash, please unmute yourself.
This circulatory system helps the blood to flow from one part to another.
Helps what?
Helps blood to flow from one part to another in the body.
Blood to flow from one part to the other. Okay. Yes, mute yourself. Yes, Akansha, please unmute yourself. Akansha, unmute yourself.
My circulatory system is a well-defined system in human beings which helps in the circulation of blood.
Okay. So circulatory system, as she has said, is a well-defined system, but not only in human beings, but in the animals. You can say better is the word animals. It is a system in the animals which is helping in the transport of material. Because when we say transport of blood, we include in it the food, the nutrients, the water, as well as what? The gas. Okay, how is the things getting transported in the human body or animal body? It is via blood. Is that clear to you? So in circulatory system, it is divided into three basic categories, or you can say three parts. First, we talk about the heart. Second part is the blood, and the last part is the blood vessels. These are the three important components of the circulatory system: the heart, the blood, and the blood vessels. Is that clear to you? Okay. So whenever we are going to discuss about the circulatory system, we have to talk about three important topics. Now let us start with the heart. Now when I will explain you heart, I would request you people to keep one copy ready with you. Keep one copy ready with you, because the way I'm drawing the diagram over here, and the way I use the board, same way I would like you people also to make the diagram so that you understand the flow of the blood in the heart. Is that clear? Now, first of all, what is in heart and where it is located? Who is going to give the answer? Where is the heart located? Yes, Shivam, please unmute yourself.
This heart is an organ of circulatory system which pumps the blood for our body. Heart is located at above the chest, means in the chest.
Your voice is not very clear. Please speak a little louder.
This heart is the pumping organ of our body, which pumps the blood throughout our body. Heart is located in our chest.
Okay, fine. Yes, Arsh, please unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, heart is the main part of the human circulatory system, and it controls overall main organ of the human circulatory system. It controls all the functions and regulation of blood in the body, and it is located on the left side of the chest.
It is located on the left hand side of the chest. Do you agree to him? Do you agree?
It is on the middle, but the bigger part of the heart, that is on the left side.
Okay, mute yourself. Yes, Riddhi, unmute yourself.
Miss, heart is located about an inch to the left, almost in the middle.
Yes, first, fine. See, heart is the main circulatory organ of the body. It helps in pumping of the blood. Okay. Many a time students get confused that it is helping in purifying the blood. That is absolutely wrong. Heart only does the work of pumping the blood to different parts of the body. It does not do the work of purifying the blood. Is that clear to you? You should understand this, that heart is not purifying the blood. It is the organ which is pumping the blood to different parts of the body. Is that fine? Then heart is located on the right hand side. Okay, it is on the right hand side of the body, or you can see the middle side of the body, and the lower part. Okay, don't make faces, Akansha. The lower part of the heart is slightly towards the left. Okay, the lower part of the heart is slightly towards the left. That is why we feel the heartbeat on the left hand side. Is that clear? Is that clear to you people? It is, you can say, centrally located, and centrally located, the lower part of the heart is towards the left hand side, and that is why we feel the heartbeat, maximum heartbeat on the left hand side. Is that clear to you? So the heart is not on the left. I mean, you can't say heart is on the left hand side. It is not on the left hand side, but it is centrally located in the body. Is this clear? Then what is the size of the heart? Size of the heart is almost like a closed fist. Okay, when you close your fist, I mean close your fingers, when you get that fist, that is the size of the heart. Is that okay? Now talking about the structure of the heart. Heart is covered by a membrane. The membrane is called as pericardium. What is that membrane called as? The covering of, or the membrane of the heart is called as pericardium. It is a double layered membrane. How many layers? Double layered. Is that clear to you? Double outer pericardium and inner pericardium. Please all of you write it. Either the book is given or not given. Is it given in the book? It is a double layered. So double layered means outer pericardium and inner pericardium. Between the two membranes, suppose these are the two membranes, this is the inner one and this is the outer one. This is the inner pericardium. What are you going to find? Between these two, you will find a fluid. That fluid is called as pericardial fluid. Okay, what is that fluid referred as? It is called as the pericardial fluid. Got it? Now, what is the work of this pericardial fluid? The work of the pericardial fluid is that because of its presence, the two membranes do not stick to each other. Got it? The outer membrane and the inner membrane are not sticking with each other. Why? Because of the presence of pericardial fluid. And the second very important function which it does is that it does not allow any kind of mechanical injury or sudden injury reach up to the heart. Did you understand? Any kind of mechanical injury or sudden injury, it should directly not reach up to the heart. It should be, its level is very much reduced because of the presence of pericardial fluid. Got it? Has everybody understood the function of pericardial fluid? First of all, it is helping in separation of the two membranes. And second of all, what it does? Second of all, it does not allow any kind of jerk or mechanical injury reach up to the heart. Is that, or you can say it reduces. It reduces the effect of jerk or mechanical injury to the heart. Got it? Any doubt to anyone? Any doubt to anybody? Fine. Yes, Akshat, please unmute yourself. Akshat, please unmute.
What is the meaning of jerk?
Please speak little louder.
What is the meaning of?
Huh?
Miss, what is the meaning of jerk?
Jerk means
Jerk.
jhatka. What we call in Hindi jhatka ya dhakka. That is jerk. Okay? Yes. Just mute yourself, Akshat. Yes, Artika, please unmute yourself.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Miss, you have told that mechanical injury. So, how mechanical injury it is?
Mechanical. Do you know what? Do you understand the term mechanical injury? What is mechanical injury? Meeting with an accident. That is mechanical injury. Okay, when somebody meets with an accident, that is a mechanical injury. So, if anybody will meet with an accident, there will be a jerk in the body. There will be a jerk in the body or not. And
Yes.
that jerk should not reach up to the heart. Because if it reaches up to the heart, it may influence the working of the heart. So, who is reducing? If at all it reaches to the heart, it should be minimum. The effect of the jerk should be minimum. Is that clear to you?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Hariom, please unmute yourself.
Miss, how will define pericardium?
Yeah.
Miss, how we will define pericardium?
Pericardium is the membrane of the heart.
Miss, then that this only will write.
Why
This
not? And what else you want to write? This will
No, Miss, if it will ask in 3 marks or 5 marks, then this will do.
it will not see. It is not going to come in 5 marks. Pericardium is the membrane of the heart. It is a double membrane, and between these two membranes, what do we find? We find the pericardial fluid. That is more than enough. Okay. Yes.
Is there functions we will write?
Yeah.
Is there functions we will write in different?
Yes. What? Yes, Amarnath, please unmute yourself.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, but the fluid will not be present, and the two membranes will stick with each other. So what will happen?
If this pericardial fluid is not present and the two membranes stick to each other, whatever injury is going to happen, if any kind of accident or any kind of jerk, it will directly reach to the heart. It's directly going to reach to the heart. It is going to affect the working of the heart. Is that clear? Okay. Shaurav, your video is not coming. Let us move on further. So this two things are clear to you. First, the pericardium, and second, the pericardial fluid. Pericardium is protecting the heart, is the protective covering of the heart, and pericardial fluid is found between the two pericardial membrane. Now, when we talk about the structure of the heart, what I suggest to these students to make a, I think in class 6 already I have explained you with that way. Make a square box like this. Right? Make a square box like this. In that, draw this first line like this. This first line is called as septum. What it is called as? It is called as septum. Is that clear? This is a dividing membrane. Dividing membrane from whom it is? What it is dividing? It is dividing the right hand side of the heart from the left hand side. Is that clear to everybody? So, in a heart, we have a membrane in the center, which is called as septum. And this septum, what it does, it divides the right hand side of the heart from the left hand side. Is this much clear to everybody? I hope everybody has drawn also this. Have you drawn it or not? See, I have given the numbering also over here. This is the first thing which you, when you are explaining, you have to explain this septum. Got it? Now, then we have 4 chambers over here. Okay. Now we have divided the heart into 4 chambers. This is called as right auricle. What it is called as right auricle. Okay. This is called as left auricle. In the book, you may get the word atria also. You may get the word atria. Okay. That is also auricle, atria is the same thing. Everybody is logged up to here. This is the right auricle and this is the left auricle. Yes, Akansha, what happened? Please unmute yourself.
Miss, the left side is this side or that side? Miss, the left.
Draw the way I am drawing. You draw the way as I am drawing. Okay. Got it? This.
Okay, Miss.
Yes. Then what is there? This is the right ventricle. This is the right ventricle, and this is the left ventricle. It is the left ventricle. But everybody is marked up to here. So till now I have told you how many things? I have told you 5 things. This is the 4th one and this is the 5th one. First thing, whenever you are explaining heart, what you are going to explain? The septum, then the right auricle, then the left auricle, then the right ventricle and the left ventricle. Everybody has marked up to here? Okay. Then I'm going to rub it off. Now the right auricle, what happened? This right auricle receives the blood from 2 thick veins or 2 largest veins. Okay, 2 large veins are bringing or pouring the blood into the right auricle. What are they called as? This is the upper part is called as superior vena cava, and this is called as inferior vena cava. Got it? Has everybody got? And what are these two? Superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. These are veins. What are they? These 2 are veins. You can write in the bracket vein so that you are sure of it. What are these 2? These 2 are the veins, the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava. Now, this superior vena cava, the top one, is bringing the blood from shoulder and head part. Shoulder and the upper part. From the shoulder to the upper part, it is bringing which blood? Impure blood. Impure blood means the blood which is rich in carbon dioxide. So superior vena cava brings the blood from shoulder and the head region. What kind of blood? Deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood means blood which is rich in carbon dioxide. Is this much clear to you people? Is it clear to everybody? No doubt. Then inferior vena cava is bringing the blood from below the shoulder. Okay, it is bringing the impure or deoxygenated blood from below the shoulder. Is that clear to everyone? Anyone who has any kind of doubt? No. So, just till now, what all things we have discussed? Septum, right auricle, left auricle, right ventricle, and left ventricle. Among that, as I was explaining to you, in right auricle, the 2 vena cavas or the 2 thick veins, the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, they are collecting the impure blood. Impure blood means blood rich in carbon dioxide, and they are pouring it into the right auricle. Got it? From here, once the blood has entered here in the right auricle, what you will find, in the ventricle part, there is a flap. There is a flap like this flap, and this flap is called as tricuspid wall. Tricuspid wall. What it is called as? It is called as tricuspid wall. Now, what is cusp? What is cusp? Cusp is like flap of your pencil box. Okay, it is like the flap of your pencil box. Suppose this is, can you see this pencil box? Now this part is called as flap. It has been referred as the flap. So why the name tricuspid is given? Because it is having 3 flaps. How many flaps it is having? 3. That is why the name tricuspid is given. Once the blood has reached to the right auricle, this flap is going to open. The valve is going to open and blood will come into the right ventricle. As soon as blood comes to the right ventricle, these valves close. These valves close. And can you tell me why the valves are getting closed? Can you tell why the valves are getting closed? Yes, Abhinav Raj Singh, please unmute yourself, beta.
These walls are getting closed so that the heart, the right ventricle pumps so that now the blood doesn't go back.
Very good, very good. They are closing, the flaps close or this valve is getting closed so that backflow of blood does not take place. Is that clear to you? So if a question comes, why do valves close? Valves are getting closed so that backflow of the blood does not take place. Is that clear? Everybody has got the answer? That why the valves are getting closed? Now, fine. Now the blood came into the it came into the right ventricle. It reached into the right ventricle. Now, once the blood reaches to the right ventricle and the valves are getting closed. Again, we have set of valves over here, and these valves are called as semi-lunar valve. What they are called as? They are called as semi-lunar valve. Fine. We have another set of valve present over down in the base of the ventricle, and that is called as semi-lunar valve. Then from here, where the blood is going? From here, blood is going into pulmonary artery. Where it goes? Into pulmonary artery. It comes into the pulmonary artery. Now, once blood has reached to the pulmonary artery, through this artery, it will reach up to the lungs. Which organ it has to reach? It has to reach to the lungs. The blood has reached up to the lungs. Okay. Now, when the blood has reached to the lungs, what will happen? Here, purification of blood is going to take place. Purification of blood means what? That carbon dioxide will be removed and oxygen will be mixed. Okay, carbon dioxide will be removed and oxygen will be mixed. So purification of blood is done by lungs. That is why I have very clearly said in the beginning of my lecture that heart is a pumping organ. It does not purify the blood. Purification work is done by whom? It is done by the lungs. Is that clear to everyone? Is it clear? Now, the blood has reached to the lungs through the pulmonary artery and purification took place. After the purification, blood will reach to the left auricle. Through whom? To the pulmonary vein. To the pulmonary veins, which are generally 4 in number. How many in number? 4 in number. These 4 pulmonary veins, blood is going to reach to the left auricle. Okay. Now, the blood has reached to the left auricle. Then, once it reaches to the auricle, after that, it will go where? It will reach to the left ventricle. And again, we have another set of valve present over here. And this set of valve is called as bicuspid valve. Bicuspid valve. What was this side called as? Right hand side, what it was called? It was called as tricuspid. Okay. And in the left hand side, it is called as bicuspid. I hope everybody understands the meaning of bi. Bi means 2. Only 2 flaps are present. Here 3 flaps were present. hands are continuously raised. Riddhi, Hari Om. Okay, the blood has come to the bicuspid wall, and from the bicuspid, through the bicuspid wall, it has reached to the left ventricle. Blood came into the left ventricle. Again, at the base, I'm just rubbing it off. At the base, we have another set of wall present over here. I hope everybody knows the name of these wall. These are semilunar wall. Okay, semilunar wall. And you know, semilunar wall means what? Half moon shape. Okay, half moon shape. Semilunar wall means half moon shape. Okay, now this wall gets opened up, and from here the blood passes into the aorta, which is the largest artery of the body. It reaches to the aorta. Got it? It has reached to the aorta, which is the largest artery of the body, and from aorta it is distributed to different parts of the body. And what kind of blood? Oxygenated blood. What kind of blood is getting transported? Oxygenated blood. That means blood which is rich in oxygen. Is that clear to you? See, if you have understood this, you have understood everything about the heart. Then it won't be at all difficult to understand. Yes, Arsh, please unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in right ventricle, which flap is there, that name you can tell in right ventricle.
Tricuspid. TRI. Tricuspid. In the right hand side, we have.
And from right, it is going down and then it is going to lungs. That one.
Okay, this one. Semilunar wall. Semilunar wall.
And ma'am, from left ventricle, it is going to aorta. That one.
See, wait, I'm writing this list. This one is tricuspid. I'm not getting the words clearly. And this is semilunar wall. Semilunar wall. Semi means half, lunar means moon. Wall. And this is tricuspid wall. Got it, Ash?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Parul, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Parul Singh. Okay, Hariom, unmute yourself.
Miss, superior and inferior vena cava, Miss, they both bring deoxygenated.
Yes, they both bring deoxygenated blood.
Miss, then from how down it is bring? Miss, then from how down it is bring?
How down? Parul, mute yourself, Parul, just now. I'm not
Miss,
getting your question, Hariom, what you are asking.
Miss, you said that inferior vena cava from down it is.
Down means lower part of the body. Why? From the lower part of the body, deoxygenated blood is not coming.
Miss, from nose we take no air.
Nose you take air means?
Miss, air we are taking from nose. No. Miss, then from upper side it will.
Once you take the air from the nose, after that it remains in the nose only.
No, Miss.
It's carried away somewhere.
Yes, Miss, it is carried.
Where?
Miss, into a heart. Miss, then to lungs.
It goes
Miss,
to the
to
lungs.
heart, then to lungs.
It does not go to the heart. Okay. The air which just now what I'm explaining, please concentrate. Don't mix two things. Right now, what I'm explaining to you about the circulatory system, what you're talking about the respiratory system. What we inhale, that air goes to the lungs. Okay, it does not goes to the heart. Is that clear to you, Hariom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and same thing. What that purification of blood, as I told you, that it is taking place in the lungs over here, and from there, when it against the oxygen-rich blood is reaching to the heart, this particular blood is pumped to the entire body. Hariom, mute yourself. Yes, Devansh, please unmute yourself.
Good morning, Miss. Miss, please the function of tricuspid valve.
Tricuspid valve.
Miss, function of tricuspid.
Tricuspid, bicuspid, semilunar and wherever valves are present, the work of the valve is to prevent backflow of the blood. Backflow, do you understand? Okay, to prevent the BACK, backflow of the blood. Got it, Devansh?
Okay, miss.
Okay, yes. Yes, Parul, unmute yourself now. I think, Parul, there is some network issue from your end. Not getting your voice. Yes, Rudransh, unmute yourself.
Yes, miss, I want to ask that, miss, all the walls function are same, that yes, the backflow of the wall.
Function is same to prevent the backflow of the blood.
And miss, the pulmonary vein, miss, you have said that they are 4 in number.
Yeah.
So the pulmonary vein is also carrying oxygenated blood and aorta is also carrying oxygenated blood.
But there are different places now. Pulmonary vein is carrying the blood from where to where, from lungs to the auricle, and this pure blood is getting traveled. Once it has reached to the heart, through the aorta, it is getting distributed to the all the parts of the body. You have to see the location also, no? You have to see the location of the vein. They are at different places. What are you getting confused? I think you are getting confused with veins and arteries.
Yes, miss, I'm asking that.
Yes. You just now, please do not go in that much that I will explain to you. You understand here, pulmonary veins are carrying the pure blood from the lungs to the heart, and aorta, which is an artery, is distributing that pure blood to the entire body. Got it?
And miss, the wall
blood vessels, I'll explain you. Yeah.
And miss, the backflow of blood means that when blood is moving forward, it not comes backward again.
Yeah. If it has come to the ventricle, it should not go back to the auricle.
Okay.
It should not go back to the auricle. Okay. Yes, Riddhi, unmute yourself.
Yes, miss, I wanted to ask that means if the valves open, then what will happen if both blood will mix, the oxygenated and the deoxygenated?
Functioning of the heart, person is going to suffer from the heart problems. When leakage in the valve is there, leakage of valve is a very serious heart disease. Immediately the doctors work on it and they see with the medicine if this leakage can be stopped, otherwise surgeries are conducted. Because if this happens, then the functioning of the heart will be affected. Okay? Yes, Artika, please unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, that you have said that semilunar valve it is there, so all the valves have same shape, then why it is semilunar?
Just for your understanding I am drawing it. Okay, now just for the understanding I am drawing semilunar valve. I have told you semilunar means like the flap. It is like a half moon shape.
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, that tricuspid valve, can you please explain one more time?
Tricuspid valve is present in the right hand side between the right auricle and right ventricle, and this valve prevents the backflow of the blood. Okay, once the blood reaches to the auricle, from the auricle it has passed to the ventricle. These valves close so that blood does not go back into the auricle.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Saksham, please unmute yourself.
Miss, what is coronary circulation?
I think I need to come to your house because you are the ones. Now, if this continues, Saksham, I will not let you in my class because you are asking, sir, you are testing my knowledge. Come, I'll explain you entire heart system. Yes, Purnima, please unmute yourself.
Good morning, ma'am. Miss, on page number 61, Miss, no more it is written that the left ventricle of the heart pumps blood more forcefully. Miss, why it pumps more forcefully?
The left, yes, because it has to use more force. Because from here, the blood is going into the aorta. Force is going to be less. If the force is going to be less, part of the body.
Miss, your voice is not coming properly.
This is not coming.
Miss, it is cutting and then come.
Okay, just listen. The blood is forced, it is reaching in the aorta very forcefully so that it reaches to each and every part of the body. See, blood has to reach to the brain also and to the toe also. So force has to be there. If force won't be there, not reach up to the, that is why it should be more forceful. Got it?
Yes, miss. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Raj Kumar, please unmute yourself, beta.
Miss, why the blood directly don't go to right ventricle? Why it goes to right auricle first?
Why?
Miss, why the blood don't go to right ventricle first? Why it goes to right auricle?
I also have one question from you. Why do you eat your food from the mouth? Why not from your eyes? Please tell me.
Yes, because from there only.
Give me the answer to it.
From there only we can eat.
Your mouth, not with your nose or your eyes. Why? Do you have any answer?
Because we can eat the food from there only.
No, that is why the same, as you said, we can eat from there only. The same thing, blood has to reach to the auricle. Okay, it is the opening of the valve is in the auricles. Opening of the veins is in the auricles. It is not into the ventricles. Got it? Rajkumar, have you got the answer? Okay. Yes, Abhinav, unmute yourself.
Yes.
Yes, Shaurya, please unmute yourself.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, beta.
Ma'am, can you explain pulmonary vein one more time?
Pulmonary vein, okay.
Yes.
Okay, unmute yourself. Pulmonary vein is carrying pure blood, and when I mean to say pure blood, I mean to say blood rich in oxygen. See, I'm not going to keep on explaining you this thing again and again. Pure blood means blood which is rich in oxygen. So pulmonary vein is carrying the oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left auricle. They are generally how many in numbers? They are 4 in number. Got it? Yes, Parul, unmute yourself. Yes. I think, Parul, there is serious network problem from your end. Your voice is not reaching to me. Better you ask next time. Parul, next time you put up your question. Yes, Shreya, please unmute yourself, beta.
Yes, miss. Good morning.
Morning, beta.
Yes, miss. And left ventricle, when left ventricle and aorta, between that we are having semilunar valves.
Left ventricle and aorta, yeah, semilunar valves. Okay, we have the semilunar valve present over there.
Okay.
Okay, yes. So I hope by now you have understood the entire structure of the heart. Have you understood the entire structure of the heart? What is the first thing which you have to tell? The first thing is the septum. Remember, what is the role of septum? That it is dividing the right hand side from the left hand side. Now you know the reason why it should be divided, so that mixing of the blood does not take place. If the septum won't be there, what will happen? The pure blood is going to mix with the impure blood, isn't it? So to avoid that, this particular membrane is there, which is called as septum, which does not allow, or which is dividing the right hand side from the left hand side. Okay. Then we have two auricles. One is right auricle, left auricle, right ventricle and left ventricle. Two thick veins are bringing deoxygenated blood from the entire body. From shoulder and head region, it is the superior vena cava. From the lower part of the body, it is the inferior vena cava, which is bringing which blood? Impure blood or blood deoxygenated blood. Okay, we either call it impure or we call it deoxygenated. Means which is rich in carbon dioxide. It has reached to the right auricle. From there, blood will pass to what? Right ventricle. Through whom? Through the tricuspid valve. Tricuspid means three lungs are there. That is why it is called as tricuspid. From here, blood will go into the through the semilunar wall. It will go into the pulmonary artery. Where it will go? It will go to the pulmonary artery. Through the pulmonary artery, blood will reach to the lungs. Okay, there purification of blood is going to take place. Once the blood is purified, from lungs to the pulmonary vein, blood is going to come into the left auricle. Then it is going to pass into left ventricle. Then semilunar walls will get open and blood will be pushed forcibly, okay, with lot of pressure into the aorta so that it reaches to each and every part of the body. Is that clear to everybody? Is it clear to everyone? See, I am saying if you understand this, you will be understanding the entire circulatory system. Nothing will be difficult at all. This much is clear to everyone. Okay. Now, if you see, there they have explained pacemaker. Can you see the topic pacemaker? See, what is pacemaker? A pacemaker is a small device that is placed in the chest or abdomen of the patient to help control abdominal heart rhythm. See, there is a rhythm followed by the heart, and that rhythm is given the name lub-dub. Okay, which I'll be explaining in the next class. That rhythm is called as lub and dub. This is the rhythm. This is which simplifies the contraction and relaxation of the auricles and ventricles. See, in this particular chapter, you will be getting too much of extra notes because in this book, things are very less. So be prepared with one copy for this particular topic, circulatory system. Have you got it? So that rhythm is known as lub-dub. When this rhythm gets disturbed, so then we put a device in the chest of the person, okay, near to the chest or the abdomen region. And what is that device called as? It is called as pacemaker. It is called as pacemaker, and this pacemaker checks the rhythmic contraction of the heart. This device uses low energy electrical pulses to promote the heart to beat at the normal rate. Pacemakers are used to treat arrhythmitis, a condition in which the rate or the rhythm of the heartbeat is altered. Altered means changed. Okay, altered means changed. This is artificial pacemaker. You know, in heart, we have a natural pacemaker. Please write it down. In heart, natural pacemaker is also present. In heart, there is a natural pacemaker which is made up of Purkinje fibers. Which is made up of Purkinje fibers. And where it is present? It is present just near to the right hand side. Okay, right auricle, near to the right auricle. This natural pacemaker is present. Got it? And really, I don't like this attitude. I'm explaining only and then beginning to people to keep raising your hand. Has everybody written that? Has everybody written the Purkinje fibers, the natural pacemakers? Because why I told you, you may get a question with where are the natural pacemakers. So natural pacemakers are present in the right hand side, which is made up of Purkinje fibers. And now don't go in detail of it, what they do. Don't, that is not of your level. Yes, Riddhi, what happened?
Miss, what is the spelling?
Purkenje. This much is clear to everyone. Up to this, there is no doubt. Structure of heart and the pacemakers. Is it clear to everyone? Yes, Hariom. Please unmute yourself.
Miss, you can repeat the statement.
Statement?
Miss, now you have tell no pacemaker.
I have said Purkinje fibers are the natural pacemakers which are present in the right auricle. And what is the work of a pacemakers? To maintain the rhythm, to maintain the rhythm of the heart. And rhythm of the heart, which I mean to say, these two sounds, love and dub sound, which I will be explaining in the next lecture. Got it?
Yes.
So now, if you have understood the structure of the heart, everybody has understood the structure of the heart. Is it clear to everyone? Anyone has any doubt in that? No doubt in that. Fine. Now your homework is, please practice this particular diagram at least 2 to 3 times. Practice this diagram 2 to 3 times. Because as I'm telling you, if you understand this particular diagram, you will understand the entire circulatory system. What is double circulation, what is pulmonary circulation, what is systemic circulation, everything you will understand. So please practice this particular diagram at least 2 times. Is that clear? That is a homework given to you people. Got it? Parul, yes, please unmute now.
Ma'am, now I'm audible.
Yes, now you're audible. Yes, Vikram.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask that lung purify the blood or oxygenate?
Oxygenate or purify means this.
And ma'am, many organs are there that purify. Which organ purifies the best? It is showing.
It is showing kidney also.
Yes, miss. And liver also, many things.
See, kidneys are doing blood filtration, but max filtration where they kidneys, role of purifying the blood is, that means they are taking back the required nutrients. When we talk about the circulatory system, we basically talk about the 2 gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide. So that work is done by lungs. That purification part where gaseous exchange is taking place is done by the lungs. Where nutrients and other thing, that is done by the kidneys. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So I hope everybody has understood the homework which you have to do. You have to practice the diagram at least 2 times. Okay? And please ready with the copy in the next class, because as I told you, they have many extra things for this particular chapter. Is it okay? Okay. So that was all for today's class. Thank you, dear students, for attending the class.